Hi, my name is Mike Berry. I'm the Director of Curriculum and Technology for the Montpelier-Roxbury Public Schools and also the principal of our MRPS Virtual Academy. I just want to take a minute to introduce myself. We have a website and a blog now set up for the Virtual Academy. Feel free to check out both. If you subscribe to the blog, I'm going to be doing frequent updates and information for families and a great place to check on what's going on. I wanted to take a moment today to answer a few frequently asked questions that we're receiving. And first of all, just recognize that we know this is a very difficult decision, and we do not take that lightly. For families and for students, we know what's going on. This is a challenging time. Totally understand that. Feel free to reach out to me or any of the building principals or anyone to ask questions, or if you just want to talk and kind of kick ideas back and forth, we're available to do that as well. And we're very understanding of what's going on and what's being asked of families at this moment. So one question we were getting is the sample schedules. Those sample schedules were exactly that. They were samples built around feedback that we received from the spring and some research that we've done about the value of balancing asynchronous and synchronous time. So synchronous being live and asynchronous being accessing on your own at home, and also offline learning. So those sample schedules will adjust and flow based on developmental levels of students. So a kindergartner schedule is going to look a lot different than an 8th grader's schedule. So we'll be parsing those out and sharing more, but know that we value the balance of screen time and non-screen time and hands-on and home interaction and play and all of those components in a day. We're going to make sure that it's really well balanced. Physical social interactions. So as a virtual academy, we are not going to be organizing physical interactions in town or the community. However, if families want to do that, that's totally appropriate. We're receiving guidance to not encourage that. And also, we don't want to inadvertently put pressure on families if that's not something that they're comfortable with. It's a very personal choice. So we will facilitate ways for families to connect. However, we are going to really concentrate on how do we put ourselves together as a virtual learning community. What are the methods that we can do through virtual means to gather a sense of identity and connection with each other. Staffing. We have a lot of questions about staffing. We have not determined staffing yet because we do not have final numbers, and I know that's tough for families. However, that's what we're working through right now. For K through 6, I can tell you that it will be our MRPS educators that will be working with your students. They're amazing educators. We have a lot of folks that we can lean on and learn from, and so we're very excited about that. In 7th and 8th grade, we will could potentially have a combination of our own MRPS teachers and a partnership with Vermont Learning Collaborative. It's something that we are exploring right now, and I promise I will update with more details as soon as I get them. But we're in talks with VTVLC, as many school districts in the state are, about what would work for our families and our students. So more to come on that. The last frequently asked question I'd like to address today is physical materials. So we've done a lot of research, and we know that we don't want students just manipulating things on the screen. We want to put materials into their hands. So we're working on ways that we can do that, either through weekly pickups, distributions, and things like that, books, math manipulatives, literacy manipulatives, writing, all of those things. We want to figure out a way to work that in for families and students so that we're not just relying on the screen for all of those interactions. So those are some of the frequently asked questions that we're getting. It's a little warm out here. So those are some of the frequently asked questions that we're getting right now. I'm going to keep updating. One update that's on the way is we have a frequently asked questions document for special education and virtual learning, and I'll make sure to share that on the blog as well for families to access. That's coming very soon. Bill Dice, our new special services coordinator, has been working on that, and we'll keep updating as we go. One thing I want to say is thank you to all the families that have reached out. The feedback is truly valuable. The questions are great. I've had some wonderful conversations. Keep calling and keep emailing. I'd love to pick as many brains as possible and hear from families on what we can do to make this easier for you. So thank you. See you soon.
Perfect.